Sports kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. Deep in the end zone, it's Robinson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Left side, it's Bear. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Fresh set of downs going up top. He uncorks one deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
And how about he dropped back to pass twice on this drive so far? He's thrown 2 completions and chewed up over half the field. This offense, this QB, dialed in.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Second down to the air. Turns it upfield. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Rush right in his face. He's got him still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. And the Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to throw again. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Important play coming on this opening day. It's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
And I like when offenses understand, man, when I get down here in this part of the field really shrinks in the red zone. Get the ball to your playmaker, and sometimes he'll make things happen. And he did there. Got a nice gain, didn't get in the end zone. Now your decision. What do you want to do on 4th down?
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. run it out of the shotgun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Oh, pressure's coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in on the right. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed off one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Changing the routes with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
But man, those sting, man. 3rd down, the money down. Your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially 3rd down.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big 1st down.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read, read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Tosses it incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Final play of the quarter coming. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the 1st period. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. On the option. Maybe some... And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game. And he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. A snap wants to throw to start this drive. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. From the gun. Look out! And he gets it away.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Out wide right, it's Bear. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. He'll pull it down. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
2nd down, going to throw it. Rush is on. Catch and stride inside the 15. To the house. Touchdown, Oregon. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Drops back on 1st down. Still looking to his right. Caught. There he goes. Crosses midfield. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity.
Headed to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Long way to go on second down. They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Bear. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Fresh center downs going to the air. Looking for a huge play. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Just feeds the running back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. He's changing the play. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Flips it out in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Turning it on. Touchdown, Ducks. The defense putting points on the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That this drive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Finds the tight end. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play.
Hey, 36-92, glove check. Freeze, freeze. 14-12, return.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag.
Ready. Western, West. Rock. Freeze, freeze. Return, slug. Freeze, freeze. Q. Ready, go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snapped on fourth down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. Wants to throw one first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top on second down. Zings it complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Drops back on first down. Time to take a shot. Reels it in down the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Going long. Got it. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. This will be the last play of the quarter, and it's 1st and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Notre Dame in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's the Fighting Irish, locked up in a tight one in this matchup of top 10 teams. We haven't even hit the half here today, and it's already shaping up to be an instant classic.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Making the adjustment. Got to make the play on 4th. Throws to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. 2nd and long here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive. Oh, a lot of space. He's inside
keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires to the right. Finds his man, it's Hampton. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Second down to the air. They're all over him. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. Finds a man on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Under pressure. Hit as he throws.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Back to pass on second down. Going for it all. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Looking for more room. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They give it back to him. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Needs it here on fourth down. Turns it upfield. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need 6s.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeps it himself. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. So first down, we'll open up the final period. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. Lots of running room. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Holds on, it's Hampton. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Caught! Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead here in the fourth. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And send the tight end in motion. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The 2-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the fourth. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Snags it. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, gonna throw it. Rush right in his face. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Ducks! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Right side, it's McCutcheon. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Powers inside. And And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
The Longhorns have this offense rolling.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Left side is Winston. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The Longhorns want to crank the tempo, making the adjustment on the play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They've got him corralled. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Gets the back moving. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Fires to the tight end. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. A snap wants to throw to start this drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Finds his tight end. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. From deep, it's Wilson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. First play of this drive. Oh, pressure's coming. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. From the gun. Look out! Just gets rid of that one.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Reels it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Out wide right, it's McCutcheon. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on first. Buying time to his right. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Second down, gonna throw it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to